Hi, this is another video. It's called heel rape. They do these things where they want me to accept their storylines they put together. And, you know, as I'm hearing these people talking, it's just so pathetic. They, so as I said, they're trying to make me be this lead-in kind of character. I'm saying lead-in on purpose because the actual name is a name of somebody they can't say, right? And I don't want to say it, but they know who I'm talking about. They try to look around and find what can we try to make him believe that he's something that he's not. Right now, the story they're trying to come up with, and I think that's why they go hard with these warnings that he'll rape, is because this story, and I want you to understand how pathetic it is. Uh, I graduated high school. When I was in high school, there was a girl I know in high school there. Right after I graduated, I think her little sister started going to school there. And I remember my brother was still in high school. And I remember seeing her in pictures, little whatever. And it was just us. He's like, oh, okay, that's the little sister. Good for her, whatever. And then later on, when she was in college, and I'm still in college, I'm finishing up college. She's in college too. I follow her on on Instagram while we're both in college, right? Now, the story they're trying to say is like, oh, but you just graduating high school, and she was in high school, and you saw her picture, and you thought she was whatever. She looked okay. She was just a little like freshman, sophomore. It didn't do anything. It's like, oh, okay, good for her. And then I follow her in college, where I follow her on Instagram, and I was in college too. So we actually graduated college at the same time. Where she was like a sorority and everything else. Now, you gotta understand these people, they are so desperate, right? These people are trying to come up with ways to make you accept this pedophilia storyline. It's so sad. And you hear this woman who sounds like she's dying herself. Now, I don't think she's dying, but I think her voice is just like, ugh. She's like, she sounds disgusting, to be honest. He'll rape you. I was like, ooh, just take a break. That's what almost I feel like. I just go take a break, go on vacation. You're desperate to try to create some BS. And there's somebody in the hallways try to make some noise. You hear them. It's like you can't even say lead then. You're here trying to come up with this illogical. Well, you work for pedophiles. You're so pathetic. Because this thing is, they're trying to find ways to make me accept these disturbing stimulations that I'm having now. And so they're like, oh, okay, okay, this girl, okay, you just graduated high school. You did see her before she graduated high school, even though nothing, whatever. Now they try to go make me imagine her when she was like just graduate, like when she was in high school. They try to make me think about her instead of like when follow her on Instagram when we were both in college to try to come up with stories. And they're like, oh, it's fate, it's fate. Oh my god, oh my gosh, these people can say lead then. And you know what they start saying? They start talking about how I'm gonna get raped. Oh, he's gonna rape you. You understand why they're saying that, right? You understand the reason why these people say this kind of thing and target individual understand that they use these warnings of torture to get you to understand this illogicalness that they have. They use this warning of torture because they know it's not logical, but they say, okay, the warning of what's going to happen to him is going to make him fear enough to be understanding of this nonsensical logic. To them, you at this point, with the way they've put you together, you should feel weird that you follow somebody that at one point knew went to high school with your brother, but nothing. And then you saw her on the Instagram when she's in college as a sorority. You're still in college, and you should feel guilty for that, or you see that's proof. This is how they put things together, and then they're like, oh, he'll rape you. Okay, so listen, I'm not saying this is not is going to stop. Regardless, that's going to happen. whatever's going to happen. And the way they just try to make themselves feminist, like, then now this is our rape. I'm like, your rape? You guys are renowned for your nasty tactics. Rapes are just you one of many tactics you've been applying on it, even onto women. Here, I was gonna make a video about all the women who talks about how they get raped, right, or sexually tortured. Listen to this woman, and she this is one of the 100 testimonies from all around the world. Of course, this is the American citizen. But listen to how long how uh, protocol rapes are in this program. These people are trying to play the feminist. They're trying to be progressive. They're in a program that rape women till they kill themselves.
Name: K. Barnes. Citizenship: USA. Year torture or abuse began: 2003. Email: mcbarnes001@yahoo.com. Case summary: a petition. Directed electromagnetic neurological weapons and military blunt impact weapons criminally used on innocent American civilians. I support the worldwide campaign against torture and abuse using directed energy and neurological weapons. There is extreme criminality being conducted by the United States government through related agencies. I fear the security agencies, in particular, are deeply involved in crimes against the American civilian population. I know this because I am a victim of repeated rape, beatings, torture, experimentation by injection, attack by military experimental weapons, and
You heard that? Torture, repeatedly rape. This is a woman, a citizen of this country, and she testifying saying that obviously this is a government agencies. They were trying to block out, and so somebody come here rape. So I'm like, I'd rather get raped like this woman, be in her position, than do what you do. Death comes to all of us. This is dignified way to die. These cowards wanted to play the feminist. They're just trash the government uses to do these horrible things. They work for pedophiles. There's issues with pedophilia. Well, they're trying to come up with this story like I talked about earlier and tell you kill yourself while they're living this life. Pathetic. If you heard that in person and you hear this person say kill herself, you'd know that she had probably thought of suicide. Pathetic human beings. Sad. Who are here trying to push you to think in these idiotic ways. While these people are filled with pedophiles, they can't even speak about pedophile that picked up kids from the YMCA. You know how humiliating life is? They try to make it, they're not paying another citizen. This is our country. What country is she from? What citizenship is she from? What gender is she? These trash are the bottom feeders of these entities. And they wanted to leave the mirror, the fantasy. They wanted to leave this creation that we put together. First of all, you can't even say lead then. You understand? That's a sign on its own that you guys are trash. Well, you're here to but okay, your brother went to high school with her, then and then you follow her on Instagram when she was in college. You in college. It's embarrassing. It's embarrassing, humiliating. And in my mind now they try to create, giving stimulations. They have created a reality where this reality somehow is gonna the reality is gonna come to them. They can't even the BuzzFeed shows how pedophilia centric these people are, right? Then me, the people who put me here, sponsor a pedophile, donated money to a pedophile after the allegations came out. They can't even say his name. Now they hear like he's gonna rape you. They live in this reality that they put together, but reality is always there. They are the trash that work for pedophiles that try to turn me into a pedophile. And the reason why they're doing that is because now they do these things where they do the pedophilia type of torture, which they're renowned to be doing. But not like no. You see, it's proof because you follow this college student when you were a college student yourself. Proof. You see how pathetic it is. And you hear these people try to do the nose campaign. Stay strong, because I'd rather die slow I'd rather be starving to death. They work for pedophiles. They can't even say lead then. A man that picked up kids from the YMCA's. So as I'm going through this, I just so thankful that I never had to stoop to this level of embarrassment. I might be radiated, but I'm not the only one. You heard that woman, Kate Barnes, repeatedly raped, beat, and all kind of things happening to her. Calling out with the truth, the government is involved in this, and agencies are implementing these things. These people are just the contractors, the bottom feeders. They wanted to play this like feminist group, but we're not. We're a bunch of feminists. We can't even say a man that picked up kids. So I am here to put them where they're supposed to. They need to know what they are. I'm here. That is my purpose on this earth at this point. That you sold your soul to pedophiles and now you try to turn me into one. And look how retarded you have to make yourself be. To all my target individual, stay strong and know that justice will be done.